Hey guys, good morning. We just going to wait for a few minutes more to make sure everyone are connected.
Too much.
Good morning.
Hi, Luis.
Hi, Andrii.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, good morning.
What's up, fam? We're live, right?
Yes, we're going to be live. It's because Zoom recordings are not really recording well, so we decided to just be live. I mean, there are no really people seeing that anyways, and then we're going to save that video on our YouTube channel, and that's how you're gonna be able to see it.
Okay, I'm not gonna joke around then. Uh,
I mean, you can if you want.
so, guys, how you doing?
I am good, thanks. How about you?
Pretty
Doing
good. Thank
well.
you so much. All right.
Is this snow where you guys are at? We have about a foot of snow here in New York.
Nah, I'm calling, man.
Oh, nice.
Nah, not really, but yeah.
I am in like a British like Colombia in like Vancouver Island, so it doesn't really snow here. It just rains a lot.
Uh,
Nice.
So
that's pretty
good,
cool.
man. Yeah. How do you spell your name, man? Anesi or Onesi? Or...
Oh, it's Onesimus.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, there's more to that. I just made it short. It's Onesimus.
Onesimus. Sounds, some, sounds something that you can find in the Bible, something like that.
Good guess. It is from the Bible.
Oh, okay. Sorry, man. I'm not that.
It's all good.
I'm not that religious. No, even.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
I see no more people are actually connecting, so I think we are good to go.
Oh, you're gonna leave? Okay. Um.
Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay,
Campaign manager. Yeah.
awesome.
We
Yes.
can do it.
So we're just gonna continue today with the campaign manager on LinkedIn. Today we're just going to review conversion tracking and how to install tag on your website. So why are we doing this? Basically, conversion tracking, it shows us what happens after a customer interacts with your ad. So we set up an ad last time, we got it running, and but we need to check what is going on after that, right? I mean, we can still run it without it. We can just leave it as it is, and we can, just keep tracking those people. But if you want to really, go further and basically stalk those people who, for example, didn't buy your product, and they attempted to go to your website. They checked, some product they added to a list, for example, but they never bought it. You want to remind them. I'm pretty sure all of us experienced such, ads when we were looking for, I don't know, shoes or something, and then on internet we're going in, all the ads are about shoes. So this is a bit on a smaller scale, because what I just told you, that example is more, we can do it more on Google Ads than LinkedIn ads. So, but we're gonna start with LinkedIn ads right now, because it's less complicated, it's more simple, and in a few weeks we're gonna continue with Google Ads and also with Facebook, and that's where we're gonna go into more details. So today let's start, and I'm sorry, let's continue with LinkedIn. So the very first step that we need to do is to actually install tag on our website. So how to do it? We're going to account assets, and we see here inside tag. So inside tag is just the name of the tag on LinkedIn. There are, for example, on Facebook it's going to be pixel, and on LinkedIn, I'm sorry, on Google it will be G tag. So it's just the name of the tag inside tag. So we click in there, and we're gonna see three options. So the very first option is for those who want to make things a bit more challenging and exciting. It's to install tag yourself. I'm not gonna go into details, but because it's pretty simple. You just go into your code of your website, and in here it says pass the inside tag code below in your website global footer. So I don't know. I wouldn't use it, because it just for me just too much. I don't like going into this type of stuff. Another thing is to send to your developer. Basically, you just copying all of this and sending it to your developer. He's gonna do that. I'd say it's a bit more easier. I would use that instead of this. But if there is no other way, you can obviously use it. Remember that both options requires for you to put this tag on every single page. So many websites support the option for you to put the code to every single page automatically. But sometimes if you're managing like very old website, it might not, and you're gonna have to copy and paste it on every single page. So now, why I wouldn't use this? Because we can have tag managers. So tag managers, they're different, and there are Google, Talium, Adobe, IBM. So all of these are pretty complicated, except Google, and that's what we're gonna use. Google Tag Manager is the easiest way for you to have tag manager on your website. So how you gonna do that? Yesterday I actually created a website really quickly. So this is just testing website. There is nothing in there. So now we're gonna install a tag to here. So depending on what platform you're using, I'm going to be using Wix. On Wix, you can just install the tag automatically, and through going to this menu, marketing integrations, and then you're gonna find Google Tag Manager. Uh, if you're gonna use some other website platforms, for example, WordPress, on WordPress you're gonna have to, what I saw at least, you're gonna have to uh, download HTML, viewer, and then you're gonna have to paste the code of Google Tag Manager to your WordPress website. So Wix is just going to make things a bit more simpler for us. Now, Google Tag Manager is this thing. So why you want to use it? So first and most important is speed. So it takes all the codes that you have on your website and it combines them into one JavaScript, and it speeds up your page load. So how it works, basically on your website, you have lots of codes, lots of tracking codes, especially. So for example, the first one would be Google Ads. It's going to say like gs.google ads or AdWords. Then it's going to be Google Analytics. Then it's going to be Facebook. And all those JavaScripts, they have to load one after another. Okay, so you understand that this is basically, makes loading of your website a bit longer. So what does Google Manager does? It combines all of those. It combines all of those tags for Google Ads, for um, Facebook Pixel, into one tag into one JavaScript for your website, and basically it's gonna improve the speed of your website significantly. So using tag managers, I'm not talking about Google Tag Manager, it's just the easier way. But if you have other Google, tag managers like Adobe, which is a bit more complicated, a bit more advanced, but you can use it if you need. It's gonna increase the loading speed of your website significantly. So please do use it. It's just gonna help you a lot. Um, so it also reduces the need for the developer. So you're not gonna have to go to developer. I mean, if you're like me, if you don't want to go through this hell, and you don't want to really message to your developer, because why? Developers are usually very busy. They're like, um, I don't know. In my experience, it's super hard to talk to them. They're always busy. They never answer or see your messages, and you're gonna have to stalk them. So this just makes less work for a developer, and basically it's an agile decision because you're not gonna have to, um, ask anyone. You're just doing it yourself, and you're doing it really quickly. So that's basically how Tag Manager works. Does anyone have any questions so far?
No questions. Pretty simple, actually.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's pretty simple. So right now, nothing to worry about. So we're gonna proceed with our Wix website. So we're gonna connect Google Tag Manager. How are you gonna do that? You basically gonna click add your Google Tag Manager ID. So Google Tag Manager ID you can find in here on top. There will be ID. You just copy and paste it in here. Oh, or- hmm, that's weird. Or you can go in here and you're gonna find it in here too. But it's this. Oh, you see? Okay. Now we added Google Tag Manager. We're just going to reload the page. So you see, now we're connected. So it means that everything is working. And here is our page. So now we connected Google Tag Manager. We can go to the LinkedIn. In here, we're gonna see our partner ID. So it's 2836940. You also can see it in here if you're gonna go um, to the code. You see on the very bottom in here, there is the same ID. So it's going to be the same ID for me everywhere, but for you, it's going to be obviously different ID. Now we're gonna copy this ID. We're gonna go back to Google Tag Manager. We're gonna click tags. Once we click tags, we click new. So the next thing that we need to do is basically choose the tag that we want to do. So we're just gonna scroll down and we're gonna find here LinkedIn Insights. We're gonna click in here. We're gonna pass our ID. And we're gonna click plus. So in here we're gonna choose whatever we want. It's going to be page URL. Well, I'm gonna do that. And in here we're gonna select all pages. So again, always select all pages. It's best, because you might create new pages and it's automatically gonna add new things to you. Now you're gonna click here, save. LinkedIn Insight one, fine, because I already created one 2 days ago, so it's just another one. Now we're gonna go back. I'm gonna click I'm done, and you see, so now they are waiting for a signal from our website. So we can actually check if we successfully added our tag. We're just gonna click here preview. We click in preview. We're gonna click on the website. We're gonna go here, and now a little window should appear. Let's see. Could not connect. Anyways, so whenever you do in preview, a little window of Google Tag will appear after you reload it, and it's gonna show your, what tags you basically installed on your website. So there's nothing really, a lot to show, but you understand the what's going on. Now, going back to LinkedIn, we basically done with Google Tag Manager. We connected all our um, the LinkedIn side inside to our to our website. So it's gonna be here. Now we can track what's going on this website. If anything going to happen to this, I don't know, on our LinkedIn page. This will take some time. So it will take around 15-20 minutes. Sometimes it takes more or less for you to see what's going on your website. But what's going to happen in here is basically you're just gonna see the menu that your website is connected, and there is a signal. So once you have some actions going on your website, you're gonna see it in here. Okay, guys, any questions so far?
No
Okay.
problem.
Okay. Now, once we're done this, it's basically the very first step that we had to do. We're gonna go to accounts and assets again, and we're gonna go to conversions. So we have not created any conversions yet. So we're just going to create new. Now, conversions. Conversions is basically, people. We're gonna see people who were on our website, and we're gonna measure those people. So, for example, name your conversion. Thank you page. Let's put it the same way. Thank you page. So, for example, people who visited our thank you page, they're going to be tracked. Okay, so those people who've been on I don't know, your course page, or who registered for a page, we're gonna track those people. So now enter your setting. Choose a tab that best describes the action you want your website visitors to complete. For example, let's say lead. Lead is, for example, those who bought our course. In here, we can put how much, those people are worth for you. Let's say $5. Now, set the window of the time after someone clicks or view your ad for conversion to be counted. So this means that, for example, um, we're gonna create a conversion. There will be like a, on a list of people who did that action. Um, how long it should take for them to take that action? It can take them 1 day. In that case, it will be like super fresh people, like they clicked today, and that's how we're gonna see that. Okay, people are super interested. 7 days or 30 days. 30 days is optimal. But if we're gonna select 3 days, and we're gonna say that that person they clicked on our you know thank you page on the 35th day, for example, or 32nd day, they're not going to be counted because they are no more relevant, because we've been doing something here, and it took them just too long. Views is basically the same. This we don't have to touch. Usually, each campaign or last campaign, but usually it's going to be each campaign. Next is what campaign we're going to track. So we've created this campaign last week, and we obviously gonna track people who interacted with this campaign, with that brand awareness campaign, and they went to all the steps. So we're gonna track all these people. So that's how you can use it. Now define how would you like to track your conversion. Use my site-wide insight tag. So we did that. So of course we're gonna use it. Or use an event-specific pixel to track. Well, we don't need to do that right now because we set our insight tag. So we basically need that. And now count conversions from people who visit any of the following pages. So now we want to track people who visited specific page. We're gonna be able to visit people who visited that specific page. Let's say we want to track people who bought our course, right? In here, let's say when we buy in our course, there will be like another window that says thank you, or thank you purchase. Okay. So in the URL in here, it's gonna say thank you purchase, words, or something like that, and we're gonna include it. Thank you purchase. So now this inside tag, this LinkedIn, they're going to track people who were on this page, thank you purchase page. We can obviously add more if you want, but we're gonna do this. We create a conversion, and here's our conversion. So because our website is not yet connected, there will be no signal, but basically that's how it's going to be like. Okay, so we're going to basically track those people. Now meanwhile, we're going to go to audiences. So we're going to create audiences. How we're gonna create it? So I already created buyers audiences, and now we're gonna create audiences for people who were visiting a course, for example, but they never completed the purchase, or they just visited, but for some reason they didn't want to continue forward. Any questions so far, guys?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. So create audiences. So there are like lots of options. You can upload your list. You can retarget by. We're doing website. So because basically people are going to go to our website, we want to continue with the website. So we click in here. So now we're going to name this page accordingly. So not buyers, or pe pe people who didn't buy. And for example, in our case, I don't know, let's say buying list. So let's imagine that we have people who went to this page that contains buying list, and it's like, where we put in all of our purchases, but they didn't actually purchase it. They just added to their to-do list, but they never continued, doing that. So we're gonna create this. Now we're gonna have two audiences. We have people who didn't buy and people who actually bought. Um, so how are you gonna use it? We're gonna go to our campaigns, and we're gonna create, another campaign, for example, and that's how I'm gonna show you. Also note that it should be at least 300 people in order for you to, see this audiences. Because we're using our test website, I highly doubt that there will be any people, maybe two, me and I don't know, my mom. And yeah, so we're not going to be able to see it in our example, but just remember that you need to have at least 300 people to visit your website, to visit these pages, in order for LinkedIn to catch that information. 300 people is not a lot, so if we would connect Aleph website, for example, that would be pretty realistic. Now, how are we going to use it? We're going to go to Campaign Manager again. We're going to go to our group, and we're going to create a campaign. So we're just going to through the same steps as we did before. Oh, you know what? Let's do it a bit easier. I'm just gonna go to the campaign that we already made. We're gonna click Manage, and we're gonna go back to the page that we did before. Okay. So remember we skipped these options the last time. We were just doing audience attributes. And we were, selecting all this type of stuff, which is really fun and useful. But that was just for us to run that ad. Now we want to go a bit more further. We want to interact with people who clicked on the ad, for example, or those who we don't want to click on the ad. So, for example, we're running this ad with, buy our course, like I don't know, a Safe 5 course, please buy it, something like that. But we don't want to show it to people who actually bought it, right? So we're gonna go here, audiences, retargeting, and website, and we're gonna click people who buyers, for example. That's going to be our list of people who bought the course already, and we don't want to bother them. We don't want to show them that ad, and we can show, for example, for people who didn't buy. If you want, obviously, but that's how it works. You're just going to select people, for example, to retarget people who bought the course if you want to create another ad, or you're gonna select people that you don't want to show this ad. So you just basically, excluding them from seeing the ad, which is a pretty good thing to do, I think. Any questions so far? Okay. So going back to this thing, we can also create video audiences. So basically, for people who, if we would run an ad with videos, we can completely, target those people. So, for example, if they somehow saw the 97 or 75% of your video ad, it means a lot to me. I mean, who you need to be to look for an ad. You need to be really interested in, in the subject. So you would like to include this, but we don't have any ads, so video ads, so we're not gonna create it. But you can do that. Oh God. Lead gen form, event, company page, basically the same. We also can create lookalike audience. So we're gonna click in here. So buyers look. So lookalike audience is basically LinkedIn through their algorithms, through interactions of people. They just going to create audience that's going to be similar to those that you want to target. For example, we created buyers audience, and it's not going to show because we don't have 300 people in there. But if it would show in here too. So we would select buyers audience, and LinkedIn, they would look for people who are similar to those people who are on buyers list. Okay, and then they would put that list for us, and it's gonna be like lookalike list. And you need to understand that those people, they don't really know about you, so you're gonna have to adjust your ads for them because they probably don't know about your existence, although they might be very interested in the future because those people are basically kind of the same as people that we were targeting, or like buyers in our case. So that's how you do. I'm gonna do audiences. Let's just check if our inside tag. Well, it's not ready. And lastly, that we're gonna talk today about is lead gen form. So when we were creating an ad, there was an option to create lead gen form. This, for example, let's say you're gonna use that for I don't know, HR company. Let's say you're gonna provide services to a HR company. You wanna look people on LinkedIn, um, and you wanna give them lead gen form, so they put in their information. Like I don't know, you can put a lot of information there, and this way you will be able to target people who are um, who basically put their information on lead gen form. So we're gonna go in here. We don't have any, so we're gonna create a lead gen form. I mean, whatever we can. Let's say HR HR4. So language, I mean, whatever language you want to put, we're gonna leave language. So offer headline. Let's say, I don't know, chef position. Okay. So we're gonna put it in here, and it's gonna allow us to see it in here too. Now in here we're gonna put details. For example, we are looking for experience chefs to work in our website. I wanted to say in our restaurant. Oh my God. So in our restaurant. So we're gonna put it in here. It's gonna update, but that's basically gonna show to people who are looking for this job position, let's say. So privacy policy, if you have it on our website, you can just copy it in here just for the sake. Okay. Policy text. Basically, you're just gonna put here that your oath that you're not gonna use um, their contact for something bad, or you're not gonna opt them in for emails, or you will. You're just gonna want to show like what's your policy. So in here, you're gonna put all this type of stuff like first name, last name, email address. It's pretty usual thing. It's for you to create a lead basically. But I mean, you can choose a lot in here. You can put job title, for example. In here, we're gonna see job title, right? You can put company if you want. So you can also add custom questions. For example, you can put how many onions you can cut in one day, let's say, and you can put that question in there, and people will have to answer that question. So you can add custom checkbox, all this fun stuff. So this form, I would say you can use for whatever your, the limits are your imagination, basically. Um, HR form is basically an example. Next is going to be confirmation. So once they clicked yes, so in here, when we're going back, they're gonna click submit. It's gonna go to confirmation page. So for confirmation page, we can put thank you for submitting uh, the uh, the form. Okay, so okay, it's not gonna show in here unfortunately, but that's what it's gonna say, and we're gonna put our website, for example, in here. So if people want, they can just go to our website and check what's going on our website. And thank you message, call to action, learn more, view more, download, whatever. You can put learn more, for example. And hidden fields, it basically adds additional fields. Well, I'm reading to your form for tracking purposes. People not gonna see it, so to be honest, I never seen a use for this. But if you basically not gonna show any fields of your form, um, but you can add, I don't know, some tracking to there, or whatever you want. Now we're gonna click create. We're gonna save the form, and here's our HR form. Now, how can you use it? You're gonna go back to our campaign, and we're gonna have to create a new campaign. Again, we're gonna use default group, but you can rename it if you want. So once we go into objective, last time we were creating brand awareness. And remember, I told you that here's lead generation form. We were not able to do that last time because we didn't have any forms. But now we have the form. We're gonna create the form. So in here, we're gonna, basically go through the same steps as we did last time. We're going to be putting all this type of people. So for example, if you want to um, target people who are working with restaurants, which is gonna select in here job experience and, I don't know, job functions, um, chef, I don't know, not here. Um, Anyways, we're just gonna chef. So let's say we want a sous chef or banquet chef, whatever. You see, 40,000 people is pretty good amount. So we're just gonna, select all these people. We can also create audience. I don't know. Maybe you manage a website for cooking website. You want to create, um, audience like that. You can do that. Now, in here, you're gonna, add format, budget, all this type of stuff, and you're gonna click next. So now, when you're going to be going through this page, you're gonna see that here's, oh my God, it didn't create. So anyways, once you're going to this page, you're going to be on the same page as we were creating ad last time, and you're going to be able to create a lead form, a lead gen form. You're just going to select the lead gen form that we just created, and that's basically going to be the same ad as we did last time. So, guys, that's basically all for LinkedIn ads. Obviously, there are some other things that we can cover, but they're like very small, and this is for you to be able to get started. So, what I would recommend, as always, for you to go here and just play around and play with all different options. I know some of you might have a website, and you can, connect your website to Inside Tech. Let's just check. So you see, still no signal. It's gonna take a while. So any questions so far, guys?
No question for me.
No question. Okay. Does anybody created their ads? Like, did anyone actually try to create their own ad?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, so I encourage all of you to create an ad. I would encourage you to go to Google Tag Manager. If you have a website, connect to your Google Tag Manager because it's a really good tool for you to use, and you can use it for lots of things. If we're gonna go here, new, you see that we can connect Google Ads, Google Analytics. We can, custom HTML. We can even connect Facebook Pixel if you want. I just There is no option for Facebook Pixel. At least I didn't find it. But you can connect it. I saw like lots of videos, but we're going to review it next time anyways. And so I would encourage you to create a Google Tag Manager for your website and use it because again, it's a great tool for you to use. And basically that's all. So guys, if no questions, let's just put it to Paul. Paul, are you here? Okay, I think Paul is not here. So basically that's all for